welcome to my channel. I'm going to share with you a new layout I did recently. So for this video, for the first time, I'm going to do the voiceover in English. I've had the joy of having a lot of new international followers on my Instagram account. So I've decided to go international too. So I'm going to start with this cut file from the HipKit Club that I got on their website, and I'm going to use papers and embellishments that I also had on the HipKit Club. It's from the September 2019 kit, so it's not a recent one from last year, but that I ordered recently when they had a sale on the website. So I'm going to start with this stripe paper that reminded me kind of a rainbow, even if it's not the color order of the rainbow. But I'm going to follow the stripes to back my cut file, so that's what I'm doing here. I'm just starting to write with a pencil the letter on the paper, and then I just cut it with my scissors, and then I just have to glue it on the back of the cut file. So this step takes quite some time, but it's something that I really like to do, and I think it adds a lot of depth to the layout to back the cut files. I chose to only back the letters on the cut file and not the flowers. I wanted to let the flowers empty like this, just with the white. I think it's good to have like both techniques on the same cut file, like some part are covered with paper and some parts are not. So that's what I'm doing here, just using liquid glue. It's just cheap tacky glue that I use to do that. So here it is. My cut file is over, and I'm going to make my background on this white paper. It's the paper is not flat because I already put gesso on it, and I've let it on the side to dry, and when it dried it turned like this, but it's okay. I'm going to put at the end my layout under a big pile of paper, and then it's going to be flat again. So here I'm using distress oxide colors to make my background. So I just put the color directly on the paper, and then I use some water to have it a little bit lighter on the color, and I use a pencil to do that. That's why it's really good to use gesso, so that the colors don't how do I say that, don't get stuck in the paper too fast. Like this, you have time to move it a little bit, add the water, have it a little bit lighter on the color, and choose your effect, because when you do not add the gesso on the background, then the color is fixed directly on the paper. So I'm going to use the kind of the same shades of color then for the cut file, just I did not have this cream peach color that's on the bottom part of the cut file, so I'm going to use some yellow and orange, and mixing the both and mixing the intensity to have something quite similar. So here I'm doing yellow, orange, yellow, and I'm going to mix both. So it's a really super easy technique. Just have to put the color then put water, and that's it pretty much. If you don't have distress oxide, you can also use watercolor to do that. It's really easy, also with watercolor, and then you just adjust what you want exactly. When it dries, it gives you a certain shape also on the paper, and you can add layers. That's what I like with watercolor and also with the distress oxide, to see the different layers on the paper. So here I'm adjusting my green and my blue, and also there's no blue on the cut file, but I just love blue. It's my favorite color. So I decided to add some on the top part, to make it a little bit more like a rainbow maybe. And yes, just because I love blue. And also there's some blue on the picture, as there's a really beautiful sky, really blue sky. So I think it passed really good with the rest of the layout. So here it is. And I'm adding more orange, so to add just more layers, more depth, also a little bit more pink in the middle. And also the brush that I'm using is a brush that has directly water in it, so I can adjust how much water I add on the colors. I use the spray or directly the paintbrush to do that, and I think it's really good technique, really easy to do. So then I let it to dry, and I've cut the white paper a little bit to have it a little bit smaller, and I'm going to make a frame with this other paper, as it's also kind of a rainbow paper, also with a lot of colors. I think that it's really good with the rest. So I'm cutting here. I'm cutting to just use the frame part that I'm going to use. Excuse me, because I want to keep the rest of the paper. I want to keep the middle, as I only have one. I have just one page of this one, so I can use the rest for another project, another layout, or another project. And I'm going to stick it on the back of my white paper. And this step is going to be a little bit messy. It was a little bit difficult to have it really straight, like really centered. And I know I have squares on my cutting mat, so I can do it maybe more easily, but then I went like wild. But I think it's okay in the end. You can still see the colors on all four sides, and it looks nice. So now I'm going to add my embellishments. So I took this little cards, notes, like memo squares on the back of the first paper. It was the other side, and I've cut some of them that I'm going to put on the back of my photo. And I'm not going to add a lot of embellishment because the cut file is quite big, and I thought it was really beautiful with the colors and the colors of the background, so I did not want it to have too much of something else for this layout, so it's going to be pretty much that, and I'm going to add just a few tiny things, but not too much. So I'm going to add glue on every card and just distress them a little bit with my scissors to add some texture to the background, because it's going to be really flat. I'm not going to use foam for the picture or for the cut file. Just stick it with the glue. So I'm just making a little bit of distressing, can I say that? Distressing those parts of the papers to add just a little bit of texture. So here it goes. I thought it was really easy to use this because it's a perfect colors. All the papers from this collection match really well, and the colors are beautiful. So here it goes. Then I'm going to stick the cut file and the picture. So I went pretty fast, pretty quick on the cut file explanation. If you would like to see more videos about that technique or some other techniques, just leave me a comment or send me a DM. You can also send me a DM on my Instagram. I will put the link in the description of the video, so I would gladly make it if you want more explanation, or if you have any question I can answer too. So here I'm putting my picture. I really had this place for the picture in mind since the beginning, so it was really quick to do, really easy. And then I'm going to add just a few sentiments, just a few words from these sticker sheets, really because the colors were perfect. It was really matching well with the rest again, so I'm going to go tone on tone for those words, for the colors. So I'm starting with the green and adding some blue on top. And I'm going to make all colors. Yes, and I'm going for the pink and a few hearts also on the pink. And then I'm going here with the yellow and the orange, so it's really easy to do color matching, tone on tone for this layout, because this collection is really good for that. It's made for it. So here I'm going with the last words, a little heart, and I think that's it. Oh no, I'm adding blue, another blue one, I think, on top. Yes, a dark blue with the hearts. And then I had those stickers that looks like a little bit of enamel dot, so it gives also another texture, and they have like glitter on it. I'm going to add just 3 of these little stickers in the letters, and then that's it, I think. Yes, I'm just going to write a few words under the picture, but then I forgot the date of of the picture. I knew it's I think it's from 5 years ago, 5 or 6 years ago maybe, but I was not sure. So I'm going to add it a little bit later. Just writing Days of Summer. And that's it. So thanks a lot for watching this video and coming to my channel. You can see more picture of what I do on my Instagram. Leave a comment if you like it, and see you next time. Bye bye.